I lost 13 pounds overnight for that fight. If they want to know how I lost, I feel as if I wasn't given the knowledge I was supposed to give before I left here to be properly prepared. I'm gonna send you 2 pictures. When you post this video, I want you to use them 2 pictures of me, and you will see the difference in my health the day I left and the day on the scale. You're gonna be like, God damn, and you fought like that and fought my ass off like that. So when I left here, every fighter be within, some fighters be 20 pounds overweight before the weigh-in. Anybody that's a real fighter or anybody that's an athlete know what I'm talking about. And when you gotta make weight, you lose weight over the course of the days leading up to the fight or whenever you gotta be on the scale. That's how we do it. Been doing it for years. So England got this rule where once you get off the plane and you get there for the fight, you gotta be within 3% of the weight. So 3% is like 3 pounds over. Ain't nobody weighing that. So, but if you're not, you gotta start losing weight immediately. So as soon as I got there, remind you, the plane ride 10 hours. You jet lagged, I'm tired, I wanna rest. As soon as I got there, they started making me lose weight. The whole time.
Was you educated about that before you?
No. Okay. Didn't know nothing about that 3-pound weight cut. If I would've knew before I left Gary, Indiana,
you would've been on that.
I wouldn't have did that to myself. It's too much stress to try to drop weight as soon as you get there. When I got about 8 or 9 days. I'm here early, so I got a pound I can lose today, eat a certain way slowly so I'm healthy when it's time to fight. No, I had to start losing weight. So when I got there, I dropped like 8 pounds. Trying to, and I still wasn't enough for them because they wanted me to be within 3 pounds. And when you're riding on the plane, anybody that has knowledge knows that you can gain within 2 or 3 pounds of water weight just by sitting on this plane, you know? Yeah. So with that being said, it's like, dang, I'm trying to lose weight. So I tell my manager, I tell my coach now, while I'm in the room, they like, she got to lose a couple more pounds. I said, man, I can't do it. And my manager was like, be quiet, we gonna handle this, we gonna handle this. I'm like, all right, cool. So when we leave, they come to me later on, they like, nah, champ, you gotta get the weight off. I'm like, I thought y'all said y'all was gonna take care of that. Nah, you gotta do it. So I'm doing this in and out the sauna thing, in and out of the hot tub, draining my weight off. I'm not drinking no water for days. I'm not eating no food for days. And I make the weight, but when I get to the weigh-in, we gotta see a doctor. When I'm talking to the doctor talks to me, my hearing go out because I'm dehydrated. And I looked at my coach, I said, hey, you gotta talk to him because I can't hear him. And if they realized I couldn't hear, they would cancel the fight. I need the money right now. We're not canceling this fight. Yeah. I need the money and I'm not finna just lose my belt. I done suffered this hard to get 13 pounds up off my body. I'm fighting. So in the other room, we in this big venue. In the other room, it's like 1,000 people. Like you said, them people in the country be big on the fight. It's like 1,000 people in there celebrating. I go to a whole nother room by myself and I lay in the corner because I'm weak. So I tell my cousin, I was like, hey, come get me when it's my turn. So my cousin, she come get me, she like, hey, it's your turn. So I go in there, I get on the scale. After I get on the scale, I make weight. The other girl make weight, you know what I'm saying? That's that, we leave. At this point, now my body in shock because I'm trying to drink fluids to get my body back. So I'm shaking and shit. I wake up in a cold sweat. All this the night before I fought Chantel. I wake up in a cold sweat, you know what I'm saying, because I drained too much water out of my body. I'll never do that to myself again in my life. Mm-hmm. I put myself at a disadvantage, and then I still went out there and fought 10 rounds.
Yeah, because you still had your own. But like mercilessly. Yeah. But damn.
I see, if I would have told this story back then,
nobody would have given a fuck.
They still don't. But if I would have said it then,
I think though. So this is what I think too. I think that the internet is undefeated, and I think people don't give a fuck and they don't have no remorse because it's not about them.
True.
You know, I'm one of them rare people that like. Sometimes I'm an empath, and I be like, I suffer from secondhand embarrassment. I hate to see people be embarrassed. Just don't like it. It's just not one of the things that I enjoy.
Right.
So when I was seeing it go on, I'm watching the fight on Facebook Live. Yeah. Motherfuckers like, man, Mary finna lose. I don't know, Mary this, Mary that. So you lose. Of course, your world is shattered.
Yeah.
And then do you immediately get on your phone? Do you sit with your team? Like, take me after the congratulations, you know, the sportsmanship, you walk off. Take me through that. Was it throwing shit? Was it Did you automatically get on your phone? Then you see this bullshit? Like, take me through
I ain't get on my phone until, matter of fact, I didn't really see no bullshit until I think when me and my cousin, everybody was on our way to the airport, because I was so shocked and I was angry with God. I didn't care about nobody else at the time. I was so angry. Like, why did you give me this and then take it from me like this? Like, I was like, I couldn't perform. Like, I was so mad because I felt as if I was there. Everything was in front of me. Like, how many people from Gary can say they made it to a world stage, had everything in front of them, and then because somebody drained all the weight up out of you, or whatever the case may be, and then I blame myself too, to be here at this stage, and then it was like, I can't perform right now, so I blame God. So at that time, I hate talking about that.
It's okay. We got to get it out.
So at that time, I was thinking about all the years, all the time that I had, I didn't think I was gonna do that. Fuck it. I was thinking about all the years, all the time that I had put into my career. And then I'm here and I can beat this girl, you feel me? I can beat her. And because of how my body felt, I couldn't do it. And then everybody here was riding my back, riding my shoulders, like, oh, when I found out, like, oh, we made bets, Mary lost, and all this and the third. But I ain't gonna lie, I thank y'all for that though. Because now it made me a whole nother person. Like, now, thank you. Now, if people put that on me, I don't think it will bother me as much as it did before. Because really, I'm more so bothered by the fact that people don't know, like, 20-something years you putting in work in something that nobody saw the light in. Because, I mean, well, when nobody else before me. And then to get here to this stage and then, dang, you lose everything, that shit hard.
For me.
Yeah, that's hard.
I think that, like I said, I think the rise is high and the fall is long.
Yeah.
But whenever we always going through a storm at some point in our life. Rather we going into one, in the middle of one, or coming out.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to keep that bird eye view of your life. Because when we in that valley, sometimes it feel like, damn, I'm never finna get up out this bitch. But it's just the course to the top.
True.
Again.
True.
You get what I'm saying? And you gonna be there again.
Yeah.
So did the girl ever want to rematch?
So, I'm gonna tell y'all. So, me and her got into it for a while after that because I wanted a rematch so bad. Because it was like, to me, usually when a world champion lose their title, they give them a rematch. They give them another fight.
chance.
But it seemed like, and I hate to say it like, it seemed like us, people from where I'm from, don't get those opportunities. You know what I mean? It's like, once you got it, you better hold on to it. Because if they get it from you, they ain't gonna never give it back. So it was like, I was like scratching for a rematch with the girl. And I realized at one point, I'm like, well, that ain't gonna happen. That's over with, you know? But then one day out of the blue, a couple years, like I'll say about 6 months ago, she made a post. You know how Instagram, they do this thing, ask a question. And somebody asked her, they said, so what was the hardest fight you ever had? And she said, to be honest, my hardest fight was with Mary McGee. She said,
Mary wasn't even 100%.
She said, Mary changed my whole style of fighting. She said, fighting her made me, and she's fought girls that they consider the best, like Katie Taylor, girls like that. And she said, I was the hardest fight. And honestly, her doing that picked me up somewhat, because like, as you see, I still get emotional when I talk about it. But her doing that picked me up a little bit, made me realize, like, damn, Mary, you actually really was in there. Like, you let all that outside shit get to you, but you really is still that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you was that even before the title.
Yeah. So, you know, I needed that, what she said.
Yeah.
It gave me what I needed.